First question to Dia. What is HTML?
Hypertext markup language. Its focus on presentation of data.
One more point. If it is a
Tag.
2 mark question.
Tags are fixed and it is case insensitive.
Case insensitive. Very good. What is XML? Aditya-Raj?
Ma'am, extensible markup language.
2 points.
It gives importance for structure of data. Then tags are not predefined. It is case sensitive.
Okay, very good. What is HTTP? Achu?
Hypertext Transfer Protocol.
2 points.
It is used to transfer all files and other data from one computer to another on the internet or worldwide.
Okay. How it is working? Second point. How it is working?
I couldn't write down that point. After
You
that,
did not write it, but it is available in your group.
I forgot it down.
So every day, whatever the teacher is teaching that day, you study that day still. Don't keep it for tomorrow. Okay? Krishnendra.
Yes, ma'am.
Same question to you.
HTTP, right?
Wonderful.
HTTP, HTML.
HTTP.
Oh. Hypertext Transfer Protocol used to transfer all files and other data from one computer to another. And only that's right.
How the transfer happens? Client is requesting for a request will be processed at the server side, and server will be giving the response back to the client. So all these things are happening based on this HTTP. Domain names. Ashwin.
Wait 1 minute.
See, he was on leave yesterday. Still he knows. Achut. Even though he's reading from the PDF.
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, then from Google.
No, ma'am. Google
No,
is
then
nothing.
once again. What is domain name? Hello. What is domain name? One more time.
And this system has been developed to assign names to IP address and maintain a database at their names.
Maintain a database.
Yes.
This is not SQL topic. Adul.
The system has been developed to assign names to IP address and maintain a database of these names corresponding to the IP address.
Okay. So, Ashwini, you missed out few things in between.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am. This is what Krishna wrote yesterday.
Okay, wonderful. You have written the notes? Yesterday's
Yes,
notes?
ma'am.
Can you show me? Very good. Okay, next question is, what is URL? Adil.
It stands for Uniform Resource Locator.
That is expansion. 2 points. What is it? Aryan? Uniform resource locator. Okay. What is
Each
it?
website has a unique
Ah,
address called URL.
unique address is assigned to every website. And one more point, you can write the example. Okay. Or this general format, or one example you can write. Starting with http://cbse.nic.in. We can write in that way. Okay. Then Emmanuel, very simple question. What is website?
A website is a collection of web pages and related content that is identified by a common domain name and published on at last one web server.
Huh? Very good. One example. Just imagine it's a 2-mark question. One example.
Google, YouTube.
Can you see the definition again?
He has to say the definition.
You can see.
Emmanuel will say definition again. He wants to hear it again. It's a collection of websites. Actually, that's all you need to write. Collection of websites called as, sorry, collection of web pages called as website. If you're writing that simple definition, then you need to write example. Okay, 1 or 2 examples you can write. Then next one is web browser. What is a web browser? Srihari?
It's an application software used for accessing information on www.
Example. Okay. Definition 1 mark. Usually their mark distribution will be definition 1 mark, example 1 mark. Web server. Who else now? I asked everyone. Okay, again to Krishna Chandran.
Web server is a computer that runs website. It's a computer program that distributes web pages as they are requested.
Okay, example, you can write Apache web server. Many server names you can find in Google. You can write one example as Apache web server. So one example. Okay. Then web hosting. Emmanuel. That's you. Yes. Called your name.
It is a service which allows individual or organization to make their website accessible through
Okay, web pages. Okay. Accessible through internet. Okay. There are 2 types of, sorry, web hosting. Okay, that's all you need to study. Web hosting, different types of web hosting you don't have to study. Next heading, you write web scripting. Web scripting. Web scripting. Script. As I told you, all the websites, web pages, the basic language used is Sachit? The basic language used is
HTML.
HTML. Okay. It can represent a different format. Representation can be done. If you want to make the pages dynamic, you need to use some other languages, including that VB script, JavaScript. So these kinds of languages are used, called as scripting languages. So web scripting means you're making the pages dynamic, interaction. So let's see that. If you are not using scripting languages, then that website becomes static. if you want to make dynamic web pages, you need to use scripting languages. It is a programming language for adding dynamic capabilities to World Wide Web. I told you Google is a dynamic website. So every time when you search for a result, it will give you different kinds of result. So there, this web scripting has been done. So that's why example is given as web scripting can be used for simple actions like changing the button color when mouse is over. Or interacting games, online games. When you play online games, all these games are using this scripting. Okay, so there are two types of scripting. One is client-side scripting and server-side scripting. Client-side and server-side. Who's the client, Ashwin? What is a client? Who is a client?
Someone is demanding something.
Here, the web browser is the client. Okay, you are sending the request to the web browser. So client-side scripting means you are doing the scripting actions, or you are making the web browser's web page dynamic. That is whatever you are doing that is not sent to the server. When you click on button click, then the data should be taken from the server. That is an example of a server script. Okay, understood. So when you click the button, enter user ID you enter, password you enter, you click sign in button. Then what should be the action? A request will be sent to the server. In the server, your user ID and password is stored, and some checking is happening in the server side, and the response is sent back to the client. The scripting language is used as server side scripting language. Okay, server side scripting. Then what will be the client side scripting? Atul, KK? Client side scripting. Suppose you are registering the form. Atul, turn on your video. Registering for an email ID, the user ID you have to provide, password you have to provide. Suppose the user ID is already existing, it will give you some suggestions, isn't it? Suppose one particular text box is blank. You made it by mistake, you put it blank. So it should not be blank. That kind of warning will come. So that kind of things are called as client-side scripting. So that request is not going to the server. If the request is going to the server and processing is being done in the server side, then that kind of languages are called as server-side scripting languages. So there are two types of languages. One is client-side and server-side. Client-side, only the browser. Everything will be done the client-side only. Nothing is happening in the server. If some action taken place in the server side, then it is called as server-side scripting. All right, Atul?
Yes, ma'am.
So we can write the definition. Client side script executes on the web browser. It's not interacting with the server. Example. One example you need to study, and example of client-side scripting languages: JavaScript, VB Script, ActionScript. These are the languages which is used in client side for client-side scripting. Example, checking text field is empty, password is of certain length, etc. CAPTCHA validation. With the definition and one example, like checking text field is empty, password is of certain length, one example, and language example. That is enough for a 2-mark question. Definition, example. Suppose you have written client-side scripting executes on the web browser, not interaction with the web server. It is generally used for, till here you wrote, suppose for the examination. Sometimes you won't get 2 marks because you have to write the relevant point. One definition and example is must, not the content. Whatever contents you're writing should be relevant points. Then underline. Okay, the different client-side scripting languages are in your answer sheet: JavaScript, underline; VB Script, underline. So very clear to the evaluator. And client-side script executes on the web browser, underline web browser. So definitely they'll be ready to give you more than 2, even though your mark is 2. So underline the important points and write minimum 2 points, 2 sentences, and it should contain the case of computer science. I'm telling you, definition, and if possible, example. So which are the 2 languages? I mean 3 languages, Arjun? JavaScript,
ActionScript.
VB Script, then ActionScript. 3 languages. So that is client-side scripting. Is it over, Alvin? 1 minute. Okay. Over. What about others, Ashwin? Okay. Next is server-side scripting. Checking for the user ID and password when you click on the button. ASP, PHP, JSP. Next, you need to study is Web 2.0. Write down next heading as Web 2.0. So the Wide Web is simply called as web. So what can be Web 2.0? Achyut, any idea? Web 2.0?
No idea.
With the evolution of this Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, you can upload something, you can blogging sites. So you're interacting always, isn't it? In the web browser, not like just simply browsing for some result. You're interacting, you're uploading videos, you're uploading photos. So that interaction happens. So after that, whenever the sites are using this interactive technology, then we will call it as Web 2.0, not simply web. So simply web means Web 1.0. Next technology is called as Web 2.0, which uses this interactive things like uploading videos, blogging, texting. Okay, so let's see that. So next generation of World Wide Web. So after Web 1.0, next is Web 2.0. So what is speciality? Interactive and dynamic web experience. Second generation of the World Wide. Then example 0. Facebook, Wikipedia, Google AdSense, Twitter. These are the examples. Instagram, so that name is not given. So if you can upload and you can interact, that is dynamic web experience if you are getting, then all these websites are examples of Web 2.0. And the technologies they use, Ajax, this is not programming languages. Ajax technology means it's a combination of dynamic scripting languages. Ajax means it's a combination of XML and HTML, some scripting languages, Ajax, jQuery, Silverlight, Flash, etc. Ajax is a combination of JavaScript and XML. So the different technologies, Web 2.0, they are not simply using XML or scripting language. They are using the combination of these languages and named it as technologies. Ajax, jQuery, Silverlight, etc. So the definition, Web 2.0, the definition and example. And underline the importance. The point is here. It is used focus more on interactive and dynamic web experience.
Ma'am, what underline?
Now,
Can you tell what we have to underline?
underline, you can write Web 2.0 is the name used for describing the second generation of the World Wide Web. Underline that. Okay. Then next thing, it focuses more on interactive and dynamic web experience. Underline that. Then you can write example, Facebook, Wikipedia, Google. Then the technology is used. Any one technology you need to write. Ajax or jQuery, Silverlight, Flash. The last topic in networking is e-commerce. Right down. E-commerce payment. How
Ma'am,
many of you have e-commerce payment? Payment.
ma'am, single word or both are different?
E-commerce payment, space payment. What is e-commerce, Alvin? E-commerce.
Mm,
Hmm.
I don't know.
Doing the transaction through online, right? It can be selling or buying goods, isn't it? That is called e-commerce. Okay.
Mm,
And how many of you have tried to pay online? What are the different methods you used? Achut, which method you used? Many methods are there. Credit card, debit card, smart card, net banking, e-wallet, mobile banking,
UPI.
UPI. That is okay. UPI is one method. Okay. Then Dia, which method you used? Have you used net banking or e-commerce payments, online payment?
No.
No. Emmanuel, not yet. Krishnandran,
Through Paytm and
Paytm. Okay, okay. Ashwin,
Ma'am, card,
debit
debit
card or
card, credit
credit
card.
card? Debit card. Aditiraj,
I'm debit card.
debit card. Srihari,
Two debit card.
debit card. Atul,
Debit card.
credit card or debit card.
Debit card, ma'am.
So all of you know the card number plus the the 3-digit number. Wonderful. Okay. So that is the next topic. E-commerce payment. That when you purchase goods and services online, so purchasing happens online, then we'll call it as e-commerce. It can be selling or purchasing things. When you purchase goods and services online. When you pay, you use electronic medium, isn't it? When you sell it, the other person uses this e-commerce payment to transfer money to your account. And this mode of payment, what is specialty? You don't have to use cash, liquid cash or check. Without using cash or check. It's called e-commerce payment system. Okay. So these are the different options for paying money online: credit card, debit card, smart card, net banking, e-wallet, and mobile banking.
Ma'am, what is smart card?
Smart card, I'll tell you what is it. Okay, so the first option is credit card. Finished?
Yes, ma'am.
So credit card, you have to provide card number, expiry date. Those who used will be knowing it. Card number, expiry date, name of the card, and CVN. That is a card verification number. Then OTP is received on the registered number in the phone. Then the next one is payment by debit card. Same thing. Here it is CVN. Here the verification number in that card number is called as CVV. That is the main difference. Card verification value, that is card verification number. In the case of okay. So smart card is again similar to your credit card. Okay, that's a different kind of card. You can use it for payment purpose. Okay, Achut. It's similar to your Visa card and all. It's not a debit card, it's a credit card. But there will be a chip, everything will be there, and look and feel will be different. So you can use in the same way you use, we can use as a, the same way we use the credit card, we can also use a smart card. So you can apply for a smart card and you will get it. Okay, smart card. It's like a credit card. Okay, next one is payment by net banking. So net banking facility, if you need, you have to go to the bank and you have to activate net banking with your account. Then you get a user ID and password. Through that user ID and password, you can log into the website and you can do net banking. Okay. So again, method of paying online. It's like everything you can pay, like electricity bill. So now through mobile banking also you can do it. Then what is the difference between a net banking and mobile banking? Net banking, through the sites, you're doing net banking. Mobile banking, using apps, you're doing mobile banking. So again, paying online, net banking. So what do you need? A user ID and a password. And high security password or OTP is received. So every transaction you need a OTP. Once OTP is matching, the validation, after the validation, payment is done. When you use mobile banking, the difference is that you have to download the app provided by the bank. Customer has to, that is the difference between a net banking and mobile banking. Net banking, directly you can go to the BSNL site and you can pay the bill. Or you can use the website of the particular bank account and you can pay. You can log in. But here it is a must. You have to download the software provided by the bank and link it with the account. So to your bank account. Then a mobile banking PIN, you will get it. You have to set. Then you can use the software to pay the bills or recharge your mobile phone, etc. Recharge your SIM card. Next thing is UPI. Next method, UPI stands for Unified Payment Interface. So the speciality is that it allows to send and receive money between accounts linked with mobile number. So that is important. Account should be linked with mobile number. How the transaction is being done, Achal, can you just explain? Using UPI, yeah.
When we like take a site and we want to book some tickets and all,
Suppose Amazon, I took.
it will ask us for the mode of payment.
Okay.
Then like we should choose UPI. Then it asks for the mobile number, and like my mom used the Canara Bank account, so her
Okay.
at CNRB was the code. When we enter that, like we have a Canara Bank app on the mobile. There, this notification comes. There we have like something like that. Then we have to enter the MPIN. Just that much.
Okay. So we need to use the app also together in order to use UPI. Okay. So if you have any doubts in UPI payment, you can ask Achal, and don't ask for the PIN number, account number, and all. General idea. So the full form is Unified Payment Interface. The mobile number is very important. The main thing is you don't need IFSC code of the bank. It does not require IFSC code. Instead, we'll get, like Achal said, we'll get a virtual payment address. Is it like her email ID, Achyut? No. Okay. Then the UPI payments app we need to use the app of the particular bank, and it will send an SMS to the linked bank account. The next point, Gunther. We can use apps. UPI apps are available. I don't have to worry about it. The last payment is used through different payment apps. You can download a Paytm, PhonePe, Amazon Pay, and Google Pay. How many of you tried with Google Pay? Anybody? No one.
Yes, ma'am.
So next time when your parents are doing this payment, so just tell them, just show us how this payment. So for your examination, it will be very easy for you to write the answer. This, if you're using this payment apps, then we'll call it as e-wallet. E-wallet. So Paytm, PhonePe, Amazon Pay, Google Pay. It's very simple. I used only Google Pay. It's very simple to use Google Pay. Like you're sending a message to a friend. Send it, touch it. Hi. The same easy way you can send money. How much money you want to send? 10,000. 10,000? Okay, with a PIN number. That's it. So it's like sending message to your friend through WhatsApp. Within that much, few seconds, you need few seconds. Okay. So that's all about this networking unit. Your networking unit is over, and you have a 10-mark distribution from this unit out of 70. So next class, we'll discuss the sample paper, and you will see different questions, how these questions will come for your examination. Okay. And the syllabus also I'll show you. Okay. That's all for today. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am.